Namaskar everyone, welcome to this video. In this session, as this is the introductory session of your internship, in this session we are going to discuss that how this internship will look like, how we will be going forward, how and what we are actually going to learn from this internship. So in this internship, you guys are going to learn how to make sectoral reports, how to make equity research reports, how to do fundamental analysis, how to do economic analysis, that is EIC framework analysis, and how to analyze company's results, pre-declaration of result as well as post-declaration of result. And we are also going to do the news analysis part. In the news analysis, if any news related to any company or any sector comes, then what is going to be the potential impact of that particular news on that particular company or market is going to be. So we are going to analyze all those things. We are going to understand and learn all these things that is mentioned over here during our internship. We'll be covering all these things. So first let us take a look at what is sectoral report writing and what is a sector first of all. So first please let us look at it. What is an industry? So when we say industry, that means a particular group of companies when they come together. Actually, if you consider a particular number of companies when they are providing same kind of service or selling same kind of products, then putting it all together, we can say that this is a particular industry, right? So let's say if you consider Tata Steel, so what they are doing, they are selling products related to steel, right? They are selling finished steel. Now there can be some little bit variants over there, like maybe a company is selling more of flat steel, some maybe are selling hot rolled coil, some are let's say selling scrap steels also. So but entirely, or maybe some of them are selling some specialty steel products, some customized products, like as you know, Tata Steel sells Tata Pravesh, this kind of things. So some are maybe selling rooftop, rooftop, those asbestos sheets earlier used to be made of cement and all those stuff. Now people are moving towards the metallic sheet because it is more durable and is probably little bit less costlier in terms of the useful life of it. If you calculate, it's asbestos used to be there for let's say 5 years, but the steel sheet is going to be there for let's say 10 years. So on the basis of that, मतलब कि एक particular kind of a service or product, if it is being sold now, so by particular number of companies, so then you can put all those things under all those companies under one umbrella, and that is referred to as an industry. So what is this Sun Pharmaceutical company is doing? They are selling some pharmaceutical drugs, right? मतलब they are selling medicines. So if you look at Sun Pharmaceutical and if you compare Disease Lab, so yeah, their product may be little bit different. Maybe someone is selling, someone maybe specializes in vaccine, someone maybe specializes in let's say APIs, someone maybe probably involved in some equipments related stuff, those kind of things. Some are probably they are more inclined towards some particular, they may have their particular way, their particular field of expertise, but overall if यू पुट ऑल दिस थिंग्स, आप इन चीज़ों का अगर एक साथ डालेंगे, मतलब स्टील का प्रोडक्ट सेल होता है तो सिर्फ स्टील ही का हो रहा है, वहाँ पे आपका स्टील से कोई प्लास्टिक का प्रोडक्ट तो नहीं बना रहा है ना, वो स्टील का ही बना रहा है. सो दैट इज वन इंडस्ट्री. फार्मास्यूटिकल में कुछ भी करे भाई, भले ही वो आपका लेट्स से कोई क्या बोले कि मतलब कोई पेट की दवाई बना रहा है कि कोई बुखार की दवाई बना रहा है. सो पुटिंग इट ऑल टुगेदर इट मेक्स फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री, राइट? Software में someone probably they are maybe in making banking softwares probably, and maybe another company is making softwares for let's say insurance companies, but putting it all together it becomes IT industry. Maybe someone is in back-end process, those kind of stuff, तो वो एक आपका industry बन जाता है, right? Probably someone is let's say कि in what do you call this, arm and ornament industry में, let's say someone is making guns, someone is making some bombs and whatever, or fighter jet planes and all those stuff. So तो सब मिला के वो एक आपका सेक्टर बन जाता है, right? So we're going to do this thing, sectoral report writing here. तो इसमें हम लोग what we are actually going to do, right? इसमें काम क्या करना है, sectoral report writing है क्या एक्चुअल में? So एक्चुअल में it is आपको एक सेक्टर के बारे में ईच एंड एवरी डेटा पॉइंट्स आपको गैदर करने होंगे. दैट मीन्स if we consider steel sector as it is the part of this training from internship process, तो स्टील इंडस्ट्री से रिगार्डिंग रिलेटेड आपको हर एक इन्फॉर्मेशन को जानने होंगे, समझने होंगे, पढ़ने होंगे, एंड उसके बेसिस पे यू आर गोइंग टू मेक वन सेक्टोरल रिपोर्ट. इसमें व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू बी कवरिंग स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम रॉ मटेरियल थिंग कि कहाँ से रॉ मटेरियल मिलता है, कैसे मिलता है, व्हाट इज द प्राइस ऑफ द रॉ मटेरियल फ्रॉम दैट पॉइंट till the end product, and in between also what is the value chain from where they are procuring, how they are procuring, are they procuring from the captive sources or they are importing or they are dependent on some suppliers, then how that particular product is manufactured, right? So steel products ka, if you consider steel sector, they either get the raw material from their captive sources or they are importing or they are buying it from companies like NMDC. Then for coal they are dependent upon Coal India, like this kind of stuff. अब प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस क्या है, राइट? सो आर दे प्रोड्यूसिंग द स्टील फ्रॉम स्क्रैप, आर दे प्रोड्यूसिंग द फिनिश्ड प्रोडक्ट, फिनिश्ड स्टील फ्रॉम स्क्रैप? उसका प्रोसेस क्या है, ब्लास्ट फर्नेस के थ्रू कर रहा है कि कैसे कर रहा है, ये सब कुछ you guys have to analyze, you guys have to understand. So that is the part of sectoral analysis thing. Also, at what price they are selling and what is the price trend of it, what is the global production data for it. So all those things you guys have to cover in this particular thing called sectoral report writing. Okay, so don't worry, we will be covering all these things in depth, in 100% detail manner when we will be covering each and every particular sector. So you don't have to be worried about it. So the next thing is that what is there in our training is that the equity research report writing. अब equity research report में what is an equity research report first of all? So see, अगर आपको जैसे कि सेक्टोरल रिपोर्ट है कि अगर आपको किसी इंडस्ट्री के बारे में जानना है, सो इन दैट केस इफ समवन, इफ अ रीडर, इफ ही और शी रीड्स योर रिपोर्ट ना, देन दैट पर्टिकुलर पर्सन शुड बी नोइंग कि व्हाट एवर इज हैपनिंग इन द इंडस्ट्री, इन द सेक्टर, वो अगर आपका ही रिपोर्ट पढ़ ले, देन दैट पर्सन शुड बी नोइंग ईच एंड एवरीथिंग दैट इज हैपनिंग इन द सेक्टर, राइट? मतलब उसके व्हाट आर द टैक्सेशन नॉर्म्स, व्हाट इज द एंटी डंपिंग ड्यूटीज, एक्शन मतलब एंटी डंपिंग ड्यूटी अगर लागू किया जा रहा है तो उसका क्या इम्पैक्ट हो रहा है, पोटेंशियल काउंटरवेलिंग ड्यूटी का इम्पैक्ट, ऑल दोज थिंग्स यू हैव टू कवर इन योर सेक्टोरल रिपोर्ट राइटिंग. बट इक्विटी रिसर्च रिपोर्ट में क्या है, इक्विटी रिसर्च रिपोर्ट में इफ अ पर्सन वांट्स टू नो about a particular company, in that case if that person goes through your report, then that particular person must be able to understand each and everything about the company. Okay, so this is the purpose of equity research report writing, and इसमें what is going to be benefit and what is going to be the use of this report. So see, मतलब if you want to know about a company, so what are the things that available, that is easily available, is the annual report, right? Annual report पढ़ने से you can get to know about any company in and out. आपको सब कुछ समझ में आ जाएगा if you read annual report of any particular company. But if you do not read at least 3 to 5 years of annual report, then you won't be knowing 100% about the company, and still you knowing your knowledge won't be that good. But still, at least 5 years of annual report you must read. And other than the annual report, what are the other things that you should be reading? Press release, con call transcript, quarterly results, investor presentations, all those stuff you guys have to read in order to understand about a company. But इतना झमेला कौन करेगा, right? Who is going to do so much of hard work? तो कोई भी कैंडिडेट अगर पढ़ना चाहे, if someone is interested in any company and if that person wants to invest some money in that particular company, so without proper knowledge, if any development happens, so how that person is going to evaluate that कि what is going to be the impact of it? वो evaluation कैसे करेगा? तो इसका purpose, the purpose of equity research report should be like this कि भाई वो आपका रिपोर्ट पढ़ ले and the job is done. तो वो सारा मेहनत उनको नहीं करना पड़ेगा जो कि 5 एनुअल रिपोर्ट्स पढ़ने में होंगे, जो इतने सारे कॉनकॉल ट्रांसक्रिप्ट एंड कॉनकॉल खुद से सुनने से होंगे. तो ये आसानी होता है इक्विटी रिसर्च रिपोर्ट्स का. द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस. सो दिस इज द क्वांटिटेटिव पार्ट. एंड अच्छा, वन मोर थिंग कि इन दिस इक्विटी रिसर्च रिपोर्ट ना मैंने इट इज़ नॉट ओनली गोइंग टू बी द मैंने इन्फॉर्मेशन साइड ऑफ इट. व्हाट इज द बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजी? ये बंदा बिजनेस चला कैसे रहा है, राइट? फ्रॉम द वेरी जीरो लेवल, मतलब हाउ इज द प्रोडक्ट पोजिशनिंग, हाउ स्ट्रॉन्ग इज द ब्रांड पुल, all these things you guys have to cover in your equity research report. What are the competitive edges of this company, what are the unique products, ये सब कुछ each and everything, business strategies, all these things you will be covering in this equity research report part. So we will have our dedicated sessions for each of these topics, so you don't have to worry about it. Just currently this video is only to serve the purpose कि you understand what is going to be the flow of this internship, this training cum internship. Okay, so in the fundamental analysis part, in this particular part you have to go through the financial statements of the company, starting from profit and loss account, balance sheet, cash flow statement, and no, you won't be limited to only those things, but without the notes to accounts na, you cannot really understand what is the story behind these numbers. Okay, if let's say ki in balance sheet asset side there is net property plant and equipment is written there, and let's say ki the in this particular year the balance of the net block is, let's say, 42,000 crores, and last year it was 44,000 crores, right? So now if you just look at it, you will think like ki, acha, okay, it has come down from 44 to 44,000 crores to 42,000 crores, but what is the actual reason? ये घटा क्यों है? Right? Why this figure has actually come down? So as an analyst, you must strive, you must dig deeper to know what has actually happened. Is this only because of depreciation, or they had disposal of assets? What is the actual reason? हुआ क्या है and क्यों हुआ है? That is also कि abnormal losses हुए हैं, कि आपका वो particular technology has expired, so now management has discarded that old technology of producing or whatever. क्या हुआ है? एक particular figure सिर्फ figure नहीं है, और सिर्फ उसका trend analysis करना is not the job. What is the reason behind it? What is the whole story behind any particular number that is there on the financial statements? आपको वो सब कुछ समझने होंगे, and we will help you to analyze each and everything, right? So we will definitely be teaching you all those things during your training and internship. Next thing is that economic analysis, that is EIC framework analysis. So EIC framework क्या है? So if you follow the top-down approach ना, so in that case what is generally done is that people generally analyze what is happening globally in the industry, right? So if you just remember the situation when the COVID just hit the country, hit the world, and the entire global economy was under lockdown, and India, as far as I remember, India's GDP in that particular quarter contracted by it was GDP growth rate was minus 24.3% most probably, as far as I remember. So इतना घट गया, तो मतलब इकोनॉमी का उस टाइम पे हालत खराब था, राइट? इट वॉज कम्प्लीटली मतलब बैंड बच गया था. क्या हुआ था कि भाई एंटायर इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी हैज कम टू स्टॉप, राइट? एकदम स्टैंडल पोजीशन में इट वेंट, and slowly after the 31st March then the lockdown slowly eased, and then lockdown was lifted, and then धीरे धीरे restrictions was restrictions घटने लगे, तो धीरे धीरे economic activity came on track, but still we are suffering the hit of COVID, right? Still, so in the EIC analysis part, first you have to analyze what is happening globally. If you consider the situation for 2008 global financial crisis, so that time also because of the subprime crisis ना entire मतलब financial system का एकदम हालत खस्ता हो गया था. So in this EIC analysis part, see, EIC analysis means industry, economy, industry and company analysis. So in these three parts, first you have to analyze what is happening globally in the economy. Economy में what are the main factors, what are the main few things that you should be considering. What is the interest rate, global interest rate अभी क्या चल रहा है, 10-year bond yields क्या चल रहा है, inflation is what at which state, WPI, IIP, CPI का numbers क्या चल रहा है, right? So all these things makes a part of economy analysis. Then if you understand all these things, if you analyze and let's come to a conclusion कि भाई अभी industry अच्छा चल रहा है, economy बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है, right? The economy means putting everything together, putting all the economic activities together, it makes the economy, right? It is also related to steel, it is also related to real estate, it is also related to pharmaceuticals, it is also related to renewable energies and everything. तो आपका पूरा इकोनॉमी में अभी हाल क्या चल रहा है, राइट? आपके अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का डेटा क्या है, आपका पर कैपिटा इनकम, जीडीपी, all those stuffs putting together, that is the economy analysis. Then if you come down one step lower, then that is industry analysis. So after analyzing what is happening globally, then we are coming down to industry analysis. Industry analysis means in that part, in this industry analysis part, we are going to cover primarily, our main focus will be on two industries. There is one is steel and one is banking, and then we will come company specific. That means we will be directly working, we will be making equity research reports on companies like Tata Steel, Jindal Steel, JSW Steel, then Steel Authority of India Limited, then Coal India, NMDC, Vedanta, Hindalco, Hindustan Zinc, all those things. Actually, Hindustan Zinc, Hindalco, this kind of companies, they are part of more like metal pack. But yeah, definitely when you will be able to analyze any steel sector, na, so these things are not far from it. So yeah, even the metal pack will be a part of this steel industry part thing. So actually it won't be in sectoral report, it won't be only the steel sector, but also little bit metal part will also be there. Other than steel, also other few other base metals will also be a part of it. So I am going to explain it after some time. So then the part comes, that is company result analysis and news analysis. So this is going to be the fifth thing that we will be doing here in our equity research training cum internship. So company result analysis means pre-declaration of result. So that means, let's say if you want to take a trade on, let's say TCS. Okay, if you want to take a trade on, let's say TCS, and let's say the result is going to come, let's say 15 days from now, right? तो उसमें आप क्या करोगे? यू आर थिंकिंग कि भाई टीसीएस के शेयर आपको लेने चाहिए कि नहीं लेने चाहिए. लेट्स से वेदांता के शेयर आपको लेने चाहिए कि नहीं लेने चाहिए. यू आर थिंकिंग अबाउट इट, राइट. बट उस किस चीज़ के बेसिस पे आप कॉल लोगे? इधर यू कैन, इफ़ यू आर ट्रेडर, तो आप ट्रेडिंग वॉल्यूम्स एंड प्राइस के बेसिस पे जो चार्ट एंड पैटर्न्स तैयार होते हैं उसके बेसिस पे आप कोई कॉल लेना चाहोगे. बट इफ़ यू आर फंडामेंटल एनालिस्ट, इफ़ यू आर फंडामेंटल गाय, इन दैट केस आप क्या सोचोगे भाई कि अभी कंपनी का क्या स्टेटस है एंड कंपनी का नेक्स्ट क्वार्टर में रिजल्ट कैसा आने वाला है, राइट. व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी द फ्यूचर परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ दिस कंपनी. यू विल बी कंसर्न अबाउट दैट, राइट. कंपनी के रिजल्ट कैसे आने वाले हैं, अच्छे होंगे कि खराब होंगे. इन अ बैंकिंग सेक्टर की भाई एनपीए कितना इंक्रीज हो जाएगा, आपका ग्रॉस एनपीए कितना बढ़ जाएगा, नेट एनपीए हाउ मच इट विल इंक्रीज. सो यू माइट बी थिंकिंग अबाउट दोज थिंग्स, राइट. तो इसीलिए प्री डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ रिजल्ट, मतलब रिजल्ट आने से पहले ही अगर आप कंपनी के रिजल्ट के बारे में जान जाओ, नॉट इन एन इलीगल और अनएथिकल वे, नॉट यूजिंग सम इंटरनल सोर्स ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन, राइट. नॉन पब्लिक मटेरियल, नॉन पब्लिक इंफॉर्मेशन, नो, यू शुड नेवर बी यूजिंग दोज इंफॉर्मेशन. बट स्टिल from your own wisdom, from your own understanding, you can actually guess the result of the company. So that will be the pre-declaration of result. It can be like let's say कि अगर अगर आपके if you consider base metal companies, at least steel company, for steel companies ना, if the price of raw material, price of the steel goes up, in that case generally it is considered that this is going to be good for the steel companies. But why ये क्यों होता है? क्योंकि इफ़ दे हैव देयर कैप्टिव सोर्सेज, राइट. तो अगर आपके मटेरियल के, अगर आपके रॉ मटेरियल के प्राइसेस इंक्रीज हो ही जाते हैं, तो अल्टीमेटली द प्राइस ऑफ द फिनिश्ड गुड्स विल ऑल्सो इंक्रीज, राइट. मतलब आपके रॉ मटेरियल के प्राइस बढ़ गए हैं तो आपका तो कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन बढ़ जाएगा, सो आपका कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स भी आप शायद बढ़ाओगे, राइट. बट अगर आपके कैप्टिव सोर्सेस हैं एंड अगर एंटायर मार्केट इज पुशिंग टुवर्ड्स प्राइस इंक्रीज, प्राइस हाइक, राइट, तो आपके तो कैप्टिव सोर्सेस है, तो उसकी वजह से आपका बॉटम लाइन will also go up and also the top line will go up, right. So these are the things, मतलब like this you can do the pre-declaration of result analysis and उसके basis पे you can take a call, either it can be short term or long term. And there is one thing, post declaration of result, मतलब result आ गया, now how this is going to impact the company's performance, how the company's performance is going to be in future also. मैंने on the basis of this न्यू रिजल्ट, लेट्स से कि भाई 3 क्वार्टर्स तो बहुत अच्छे चल रहे थे, बट द फोर्थ क्वार्टर द कंपनी हैज इनकर्ड अ ह्यूज लॉस एंड देयर इज समथिंग इन द कॉन कॉल दैट केम आउट और इन द प्रेस रिलीज द कंपनी डिक्लेयर्ड कि भाई ये इस कंपनी को लोन दिया था. लेट्स से अ बैंकिंग कंपनी, अ बैंक, दे आर सेइंग कि भाई इस कंपनी को लोन दिए थे कि वोडाफोन आइडिया को. लेट्स से इंडसइंड बैंक इज सेइंग कि वोडाफोन आइडिया को वी हैव गिवन लोन ऑफ लेट्स से वर्थ ऑफ 5,000 crores, but we are considering it as a provision. We're putting it under provision. So when you get to know about this news ना, मतलब 5,000 crore rupees का लोन, ये बैड लोन हो सकता है, मतलब ये पैसा शायद नहीं मिलेगा. If IndusInd Bank comes up with this news, तो what is going to be your reaction? Is it going to be positive or negative? Right? Definitely it is going to be negative because मतलब 5,000 करोड़ का लोन शायद डिफॉल्ट हो जाएगा, शायद वो पे नहीं कर पाएगा. If this kind of news comes, तो वो आपको समझ जानी चाहिए. And where it will be reflected in the provision side of the company's financial statements, right? So this is the post declaration of result. Also news analysis is also very important. न्यूज एनालिसिस कैसा होता है कि भाई कंपनी को इतने करोड़ के ऑर्डर्स मिले हैं, तो व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ इट. सो दिस इज द न्यूज एनालिसिस पार्ट. Don't worry, this is not an exclusive discussion, just an introductory session. So here we are, I'm just going to take you through it, how and what is going to be the flow of this training and internship. I'm just explaining this thing only, so you guys don't have to be worried about it. So see, this training is divided into 3 parts, 2 weeks. So there is no particular number, particular weeks demarcated ki bhai first 2 weeks we will be doing this, second weeks we will be doing these things, and third 2 weeks we will be doing these things. No. So we have actually divided this thing in this training in 3 parts. So 2 weeks we will be covering the steel sector, 2 weeks we are going to cover the banking sector, and another 2 weeks what we are going to do, we are going to analyze many other small sectors. मतलब लेट्स से कि भाई स्टील एंड बैंकिंग हम लोग बहुत ज़बरदस्त एकदम तरीके से कवर करेंगे, अच्छे से कवर करेंगे, A to Z ऑलमोस्ट हम लोग कवर करेंगे, अदर देन द फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग, वैल्यूएशंस एंड फोरकास्टिंग पार्ट. ओके, बट फॉर इंडस्ट्रीज सेक्टर्स लाइक लेट्स से कि हाउसिंग फाइनेंस सेक्टर हो गया, रिन्यूएबल एनर्जीज हो गए, फिर आपका केमिकल हो गया, फार्मास्यूटिकल हो गया, तो इनका हम लोग बहुत इन डेप्थ तो कवर नहीं करेंगे. बट लेट्स से कि सम न्यूज़ हैज़ कम अप इन द मार्केट रिगार्डिंग सम APIs, और लेट्स से पेटेंट का इशू या फिर यूएस FDA का कोई रेगुलेटरी इश्यूज एंड ऑल दो स्टफ, तो देन इन दैट केस की वी विल बी कवरिंग दिस सेक्टर्स की पर्टिकुलर उस सेक्टर की उस प्रॉब्लम को हम लोग एड्रेस करेंगे, उस पर्टिकुलर अपडेट को वी आर गोइंग टू कवर इन आवर ट्रेनिंग एंड इन आवर इंटर्नशिप. वी विल ऑल्सो बी डूइंग न्यूज़ एनालिसिस. मतलब न्यूज़ एनालिसिस इन जनरल, न्यूज़ एनालिसिस इन जनरल मीन्स कि लेट्स से our focus sector is going to be steel and banking, right? But if IT से related, if any significant development comes in, right? Or let's say कि ये conflict that which was going on regarding this Reliance and Amazon case for this future retail thing, right? तो इससे regarding अगर significant कोर्ट से, अगर सुप्रीम कोर्ट से कोई अगर आपका डिक्लेरेशन आता है, कोई अगर जजमेंट आता है, कोई अगर मेजर कुछ होता है, तो उसको भी वी विल बी कवरिंग. So this is a part of the news analysis, and let me just give you one example. It happened just a few months back, I think 1.5 months, I think 1 month back, कि European Union has imposed anti-dumping duty on China, on Russia, and on US. So what is going to be the potential impact of it? So we will be covering those news as well, right? This Ukraine and Russia, what is going on? So earlier we have seen Armenia, Azerbaijan war. Then we had also like India-China dispute. Then India-Pakistan dispute. तो ये तो रोज का ही है, इसमें नया क्या है, right? But Pulwama when it happened, so it at that time also market trembled, right? फिर आपका बालाकोट एयर स्ट्राइक and all those stuff. तो उस टाइम पे market lost, it just corrected like anything, right? On intraday basis, the market was down like 4-5%. When the surgical strike happened, on that day, I clearly remember the market corrected by 5%, and it was back in 2016. So this kind of news analysis will also be there, and result analysis, as I have already mentioned, and making PPTs on various other finance related topics will also be there. Like what are the other finance related topics that I'm mentioning? Let's say like rule of 72, like let's say bad bank, like let's say like this kind of small things, capital adequacy ratios, all those stuff, small finance topics also we will be covering in between our training and internship. Okay, so that it doesn't become monotonous, it doesn't become boring for you, and also so that at least you guys can learn many things at the same time. So to make it more क्या बोले इसको, मतलब ज़्यादा फैला हुआ, ज़्यादा आपको मतलब बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिले, उसके लिए these kind of things are there. But हाँ, core things, our main focus will be on these 2 sectors, steel sector and banking sector. Now, so this is going to be the first week's task. फर्स्ट वीक में आप लोगों को क्या करने होंगे? So as I just earlier mentioned in this particular slide, economic analysis. So we are going to start with this particular part first, that is the economic analysis. After this economic analysis is done, then we will go for this sectoral report writing, then we will come down to equity research report writing, fundamental analysis, then company result and news analysis is going to be an ongoing process for us. Okay, so this company result and news analysis, we all of us, we are going to do this thing on a daily basis. Okay, and also many other things will be there, so we will be discussing those things in our next sessions. So these are the informations, these are the numbers, these are the data that you have to gather, you have to find out in this first 1 week of the this internship. So first week's task. So what you guys have to do is that you guys have to gather the data for global interest rate of these particular countries: India, USA, Russia, China, Japan, Germany, UK, and European Union. So now, how you guys are going to put this together? So here, global interest rate, you can see it. Global interest rate of India, US, Russia, China, Japan, Germany, UK, EU. So countries name, I have put all these countries as per my own priority. So you can put it as per your own priority. So India. So what is the interest rate in India currently? Right now, what is the date? Today the date is 22nd of March 2022. So post the last monetary policy, what is the current interest rate going on? Banks interest rate, central banks interest rate, policy rate. So you guys have to gather the data and put it here. Let's say here it is 4%, so put it like 4%. What is the rate for USA? Let's say 1.25%, 25%, like that. You guys write it down. Okay, like that you guys gather the data and put it on an Excel sheet for this particular thing. So this is global interest rate. Next thing, 10-year bond yield of these countries. So like that same you make it. Ten-year bond yield. So let's say for India it is, let's say 6%. 10-year bond yield. For USA, let's say it is 2.5%. Like that, you guys gather the data of 10-year bond yields of these countries. Central bank stance of these countries. So as you guys know, there are two kind of things, that is, one is monetary policy and one is fiscal policy, right? And who makes and implements this monetary policy is the central banks, and there is also fiscal policy which is made by government, right? Fiscal policy मतलब एकदम आसान शब्दों में बजट, मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी मतलब कि एक क्वार्टरली बेसिस पे आपका जो आरबीआई का जो मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी आता है, जिसमें आपका रेपो रेट बढ़ाया जाता है, घटाया जाता है, एसएलआर सीआरआर के ऊपर थोड़ा बहुत छेड़खानी किया जाता है. देन इन्फ्लेशन ये चल रहा है, तो इन्फ्लेशन को रेगुलेट करना होगा, इन्फ्लेशन को इस लेवल पे लाना होगा, कंट्रोल करना होगा. ये सब काम जो होता है, दिस इज द पार्ट ऑफ योर मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी. एंड फिस्कल में क्या होता है कि बजट में इतना खर्चा करेंगे, इतना कैपेक्स करेंगे, इसमें इतना है आपका फिस्कल डेफिसिट, ये चल रहा है, वो चल रहा है, ये सब कुछ हो गया आपका फिस्कल पॉलिसी पार्ट के अंदर. तो हियर सेंट्रल बैंक स्टैंड्स ऑफ दीज कंट्रीज. तो लास्ट जो सेंट्रल बैंक का जो पॉलिसी आया था इन हर एक नेशंस के जो लास्ट जो क्या बोलते हैं मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी आया था, उस मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी के डॉक्यूमेंट को डाउनलोड करके आपको रीड करने होंगे. एंड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट यू गाइस हैव टू मेक अ समरी. वहाँ पे आपको इन्फ्लेशन से रिलेटेड डेटा विल बी अवेलेबल, इंटरेस्ट रेट से रिलेटेड, इंडस्ट्री ग्रोथ रेट से रिलेटेड, कंट्री का ग्रोथ रेट से रिलेटेड सब कुछ डेटा आपके पास अवेलेबल होंगे. जैसे कि इंडिया में आप आरबीआई से करोगे, आरबीआई का डेटा निकलना होगा. देन आपको फॉर चाइना पीपल्स बैंक ऑफ चाइना, then for US Fed. So this kind of sources, from this kind of sources you guys have to gather the data and put it on an Word document. Okay, this is the Excel sheet. Excel sheet should be used for this kind of number oriented thing, and this is going to be kind of a theoretical thing, the central bank stance so of these countries. So ये आप लोग माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वर्ड में बनाएंगे तो ये दोनों चीज़ एक्सेल में, ये पर्टिकुलर चीज़ नंबर 3 इज गोइंग टू बी ऑन वर्ड डॉक्यूमेंट. Inflation in these areas, inflation same just like this, it will be inflation. इन्फ्लेशन का यहाँ पे लेट्स से इंडिया का चल रहा है अभी 6.5%, देन 6.5%, देन इसका लेट्स से चल रहा है अभी 4.5%. लाइक दैट यू गाइस हैव टू गैदर द डेटा. देन GDP of last 5 year, per capita income, population. So per capita income and population, it should be of this last financial year. Most current data जो आपके पास available होंगे, तो this per capita income and population would be as per the last financial year and GDP of last 5 years. That means कि if you write GDP here, so it should be like कि 2021 का क्या था, let's say in 2021 what was the GDP for it, then 2020 what was the GDP for it, not in the percentage term. Like that you guys have to gather the data here. Okay, last 5 years का, तो ये एक के बाद एक करके ही वैसा रहेगा. देन फॉर द पर कैपिटा इनकम एंड पॉपुलेशन थिंग, सेम थिंग आप लोग यहाँ से कॉपी करिए, सेम एकदम, इट शुड बी 100% सिमिलर फॉर्मेट. द फॉर्मेट शुड बी सेम लाइक दिस. व्हाट इज द डेटा, per capita income and population, per capita income, include the data here, like that you include the data. Then you have population का data also include here. It should be like this, it should be in billion, or if the let's say the population is so less, then you can also do it in million as well. Then get the data for import export fiscal deficit of last year, मतलब last FY का get all this data. Get the data for IIP, WPS, CPI of last 1 year. Now these things are declared on a monthly basis. Sorry. This IIP numbers, WPA number, CPI number, all these things are declared every month, right? But आपको जो करना है यहाँ पे, what you have to do is that IIP for January, February, like that, March for India. IIP, let's say, was 2%, like that. Now measure public and private investments, business dynamics. So this work you should be doing on Microsoft Word. So what are the data that you guys should be gathering regarding the major public and private investment? So it can be like as ArcelorMittal along with Nippon Steel company, so they are going to make a capex. So they have signed an MOU with Gujarat government that they are going to invest almost 1,66,000 crore rupees in the state of Gujarat in order to they are going to make a brownfield investment in Gujarat for the development of steel factory over there. So this is a huge major private investment, right? So this kind of news, this kind of data you guys have to gather now related to which sector. So no, it should not be related to a particular sector, right? In your country, whatever such major investments, major steps are being taken, so all those things you guys should be covering. And in the business dynamics, that business dynamics means, what I am trying to say is that which sector is in an uptrend right now. Which sector is in an uptrend right now means which sector is a growing sector, and which sector is a sunrise sector, and which sector is a sunset sector. So that means in India, not only in India but globally, if you look at it, so this fossil fuel companies, right? Fossil fuel companies means this oil marketing companies, this coal related mining companies, all these kind of companies. Then thermal power companies. These are a sunset industry, right? These are a sunset industry. Their industry growth is not in positive, either they have a declining growth, or they're just surviving somehow, and their business dynamics is not so much of favorable, and they are not going to be doing something great. There won't be fireworks seen in this kind of sector. So this is the business dynamic I am talking about. उससे related आपको data ढूंढने होंगे, gather करने होंगे. अब if you let's say in इंडिया में टू व्हीलर्स का there is so much चलन है टू व्हीलर्स का, तो वहाँ पे अगर आपका रूरल कंजम्पशन रूरल इनकम बढ़ता है तो रूरल आपका कंजम्पशन भी बढ़ेगा, राइट? बिकॉज दे विल बी हैविंग मोर परचेजिंग पावर. तो इंडिया में ऑल्सो गांव में, विलेज साइड में, रूरल साइड में, वहाँ पे फोर व्हीलर्स का उतना ज़्यादा चलता नहीं है, राइट? बट आपका अगर मानसून अच्छा होता है, ये सब कुछ होता है, तो आपका ट्रैक्टर का बहुत चलन है. बट ट्रैक्टर का दूसरे देश में उतना ज़्यादा कुछ है नहीं. डेफिनेटली एग्रीकल्चर में बहुत कुछ है, बट या ट्रैक्टर कंपनीज का इतना बोलबाला ये इंडिया में ही चलता है. टू व्हीलर्स का ये सब इतना कुछ इंडिया में ही चलता है. बट बाहर के देशों में टू व्हीलर कंपनीज आर लाइक दे आर नॉट कंसिडर्ड एज गुड इन्वेस्टमेंट बेट्स. तो दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट कि ये आपका कंट्री टू कंट्री इट कैन वेरी, राइट? सो दिस द बिजनेस डायनामिक थिंग. देन फॉर इंडिया currently this chemical companies are doing really well, right? But if you look at let's say chemical companies of let's say USA, they are not so doing well. So this kind of things actually US should be covering. For four wheelers, Germany is doing very well. This Tesla in US, they are doing so well. So this kind of things US should be covering. Then if you consider the steel sector itself, so China is the market leader here. They have a market share of 53% of global steel production. तो उसका उनका business dynamics क्या है? Now because of this pollution, because of this lack of demand from this side, and अभी इन सब चीज़ों के चलते अभी China का production has come down a little bit. Actually last year in calendar year 2020, China's steel production was I think around 1056 million tons, so which was around 56% of the market share. But now it has come down, and India's production was 99.6 million tons, and it actually went up to 118.2 million tons, I think. So this is the industry dynamics, right? And Indian government has announced National Steel Policy 2070. So there they have discussed these things and how they are going to boost this industry, how through PLI they are also going to encourage the producers. This kind of things should be a part of your business dynamics thing. So do this work on Microsoft Word. Then top 5 leading industries and their global market share. So top 5 leading industry of that particular country and their global market share. Let's say for IT industry, for pharmaceutical industry. So this kind of industries are there, right? So for India, what could be the top 5 leading industries? IT, pharma, FMCG should also be a part of it. Then steel sector is also a very solid sector. So like that, find out what are the top 5 leading sectors, leading industry in a particular country, and what is their global market share, right? So global market share, getting the data regarding the global market share is a bit difficult, but yeah, as far as you can understand, so that you can understand कि भाई globally what is the dominance. So for steel sector, if you look at it, so steel sector का India's market share is 6%. As on calendar year, I'm saying calendar year 2021, India's market share in the steel sector was 6%, and China's it was 53%. And you would be surprised to know that India is the second largest producer. So the largest producer has a market share of 53%, and the second largest producer has the market share of only 6%. So this is the thing, right? So this is the thing I am looking for: top 5 leading industries and their global market share for each of the countries. For India, for US, Russia, China, Japan, Germany, UK, EU. So for all these nations and this European Union, find out what are the top 5 leading industries in these nations and what are their global market share. माने let's say IT industry मतलब top 5 leading industries में हर एक कंट्री का IT industry आएगा ही, right? तो उसका global market share किसका कितना है, उसका आप लोग फाइंड आउट कीजिए, ओके। एंड उसका आप लोग माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वर्ड में एक वर्ड डॉक्यूमेंट बनाइए, उसमें आप चार्ट के थ्रू, एटलीस्ट पाई चार्ट के थ्रू आप लोग इसको रिप्रेजेंट कीजिए, ओके। अच्छा, डेट टेकन बाय द नेशन, सो दिस इज ऑल्सो वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। भाई डेट कितना लिया है, राइट? हम लोग सुनते हैं कि भाई इतने ट्रिलियन डॉलर्स का लोन है, इतने ट्रिलियन का लोन है, देन आपका ये चाइना बाकी देशों को अपने डेट ट्रैप में फंसा रहा है, राइट? So all these things. So this is also very important thing कि भाई debt taken by the nation, कवर कीजिए इसको। अच्छा, impact of COVID in economic terms and unemployment data। तो यूएस का अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट डेटा आप लोग सुनते होंगे न्यूज़ में, मैंने वेरी ऑफन दे कम आउट विद दिस अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट डेटा एंड ऑल दिस स्टफ। एंड इन इकोनॉमिक टर्म्स, राइट, नॉट कि भाई ये खराब हो गया, वो खराब हो गया, नहीं, मतलब एक्चुअल में इंडस्ट्री रेट, एक्चुअल में डेटा के साथ वो आप लोग एक्सप्लेन कीजिए भाई कि ग्लोबल आपका इंडस्ट्री ग्रोथ रेट इतना घट गया, ग्लोबल आपका जीडीपी इतना घट गया, एंड इन पर्टिकुलर नेशंस में एंड ईयू में यहाँ पे क्या इम्पैक्ट हुआ है, बिजनेसेस कैसे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हुए, सबसे ज़्यादा हिट लेने वाला सेक्टर कौन सा है, वैसे आप लोग कवर कीजिए ओवरऑल, ओके। सो नाउ व्हाट कुड बी द सोर्सेज to get the data for all these 11 points, right? 11 points है, बहुत सारा आप लोग काम करने होंगे इसके ऊपर। तो भाई ये सब डेटा आपको कहाँ से लेने चाहिए, इजीली कहाँ से अवेलेबल होंगे, एंड इट शुड ऑल्सो बी रिलायबल डेटा, नॉट कि मनगढ़ंत कहीं से गलत डेटा उठा के आपने छाप दिया, इट वोंट वर्क, राइट? सो एंड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ मैंने व्हाट शुड बी द प्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ द डेटा, मैंने डेटा का सैम्पलिंग कैसा होना चाहिए, मोस्ट करंट डेटा आपको लेने हैं, and please try to gather the data for last calendar year, क्योंकि last financial year as per India has not over yet, so the last calendar year का data, that is the calendar year 2021 का data आप लोग find out कीजिए। if the data is not available, आप लोग try कीजिए, I won't say available, definitely it is available, go and find out those data for calendar year 2021। so calendar year 2020 का data please do not present it to me, I won't look at it। calendar year 2021 का data regarding all these things please find out, okay, and put it as I have said, excel में कीजिए, word में कीजिए, जैसे जैसे करना है, I have completely explained it to you, okay। अच्छा, some most commonly used sources, these sources I also personally use, and also मैंने widely in the industry in this kind of works people use these sources। so what are these sources? IMF, there's International Monetary Fund का website, then World Bank group का website, then Central Bank का website। Central Bank means for India RBI, like that। So this kind of Central Bank website you should be referring, you should be following। then countryeconomy.com, then tradingeconomics.com, then OECD.org, then economagic.com, then WTO.org। so these are some reliable websites from here you can gather your data, but these are some examples of the sources, एंड प्लीज़ मैंने दिस आर नॉट कि आप लोग काम कर रहे हो एंड यहाँ पे डेटा नहीं मिला तो भाई छोड़ दो, इसको नहीं करेंगे, और आप मेरे को आके बोलोगे कि सर मेरे को तो डेटा मिला ही नहीं इन सारे वेबसाइट पर, तो सिर्फ इन्हीं वेबसाइट पर आपको डेटा अवेलेबल होगा, वैसा नहीं है। मैंने फ्रॉम हियर यू कैन प्रोबेबली गैदर 50% ऑफ द डेटा एंड रेस्ट 50% यू हैव टू गैदर बाई योर सेल्फ, अदरवाइज मतलब स्पून फीडिंग करके क्या फ़ायदा, राइट? फिर आप तो खुद ही ढूंढ के वो डेटा माइनिंग करके गैदर करने का काम आप लोग सीखोगे ही नहीं, राइट? सो दिस इज वाई आई हैव जस्ट प्रोवाइडेड ओनली 50% ऑफ द सोर्सेज, एंड अदर 50% ऑफ द सोर्सेज यू गाइज शुड फाइंड आउट बाई योर सेल्फ, अदरवाइज मतलब मैं ही सब कुछ बोल दूंगा तो आप लोग खुद से क्या सीखोगे, राइट? बट या डेफिनेटली one thing I am going to tell you कि if you guys come across any problem ना, I know that actually this work that is there probably for like 90% of the candidates this is the first time you guys are going to gather this kind of data, right? So if you guys face any kind of problem, please discuss that in the group. You have your group March 21, internship, right? Value search internship, March 21. So in that group, actually that group is particularly made for a discussion. So okay, now let me just tell you what is the purpose of these two WhatsApp groups. Okay, तो अब थोड़ा पढ़ाई से काम से हटके थोड़ा सा जनरल चीज़ों को डिस्कस कर लेते हैं, राइट? For our better understanding. So there are two groups we have added you into. So the first group is the knowledge value search. So all of you should be staying in that group. If you want, stay in that group forever. Even after completion of this internship, you can stay there forever. It's always available for you. You can stay for a lifetime in that particular group, knowledge value search. It's up to you. And the March 21 value search group, there you guys keep discussing. If you let's say someone named Rahul, he is facing any issues, so please Rahul, go and ask in the group ki how they others have gathered the data. In an office, how you work, right? You, let's say your boss has given you any work, you have tried hard to get the job done, but still you are facing some challenges. In that case, what you do, you ask your colleague कि भाई ये कैसे करते हैं, थोड़ा समझाओ. Let's say we have a candidate, let's say her name is Shreya. So if Shreya is facing any problem, Shreya, you just go and ask in the group, that March 21 वाला group, कि भाई I am working on it, but I am having this doubt, this difficulty. Is there anyone who can explain? तो आप लोग खुद ही अपने अंदर ही बैठ करके दोनों सब देखिए. The purpose of this two groups ना, actually the thing, it should be like कि it should be a proper इंट्रोडक्शन चलना चाहिए. एंड इट शुड नॉट बी लाइक कि भाई हाँ मैं ही सीखूँ एंड बाकी लोग ना सीखे. नो, इट शुड नेवर बी लाइक दैट. वैसा सेल्फिश काइंड ऑफ थिंग, वी डू नॉट लाइक दोज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. ओके, आप खुद भी सीखे, लोगों को भी आप सीखने में हेल्प कीजिए. ओके, मतलब ये ऐसा हम लोग इसलिए चाह रहे हैं क्योंकि एक कहावत है कि भाई नॉलेज, ज्ञान बांटने से बढ़ता है, राइट? So whatever knowledge you guys are gathering, share that knowledge. If let's say if you guys are reading anything interesting related to finance, any new news, any new updates, anything interesting related to finance, share market, economics, like those kind of things. So please share all those links, all those contents in the knowledge value search group and in the March 21 group. If you guys are facing any difficulty, you guys want any discussion, you guys want to discuss, debate on any topic, just do that in that March 21 group. Okay, whenever you want, you guys just reach out, go and message in that group ki bhai I am having this problem, I am not understanding this. Okay, hey, see, I have found out this thing. So like that, please carry your discussions. Okay, and yeah, this is the way it should be going. And few more things I would like to tell all of you. That is the when you joined us, so I our coordinator, our company's coordinator Saurabh, he probably has sent you almost like 80 to 90 links, and most of you are flooded by those links, and many of you are asking me ki what is the purpose of these links, and there are so many things that is there in the link, many videos, many things are there. What we are going to do with these things, and like you guys are asking these things, right? So as we have shared those links, so it has certain purpose, right? Why would we send so many links and flood your WhatsApp with this? So what is the purpose of it? So definitely we are going to use each and everything that is there, that Saurabh has shared with you. Okay, there are many things. Probably most of you haven't gone through it. So there is one Morgan Stanley report, then some McKinsey's report, some CRISIL report. Many things are there. Many website link like steel.gov.in, then Wall Street Association का link is also there. All those things we are definitely going to use, but not today. मतलब पहले दिन ही वो सब यूज़ कर लेंगे, वो ऐसा पॉसिबल नहीं होगा. So मतलब that is the experience of us, right? तो हम लोगों का जो एक्सपीरियंस है वो हम लोग वहाँ पे एक कोडिफाइड मैनर में वहाँ पे स्टॉप करके आपको दे दिए हैं, ठीक है? कीप ऑल दोज लिंक्स विथ यू. You guys will be finding कि there are many videos also in those 90 plus WhatsApp messages. So right now you guys don't have to go through anything, and I will personally take you, all of you, through all those things one by one. हम लोग उन content के each and everything हम लोग cover करेंगे वहाँ पे. So जितना भी आप लोग सीखना चाहते हो सीख लो इस टाइम में. Within the 6 weeks जितना मर्जी आप लोग सीख लो. This is what from my side I am trying to express. अच्छा, दो चीज़ कर लीजिए. So my personal contact number is 90. Please write it down. So my personal contact number is 9051672206. please write down my personal mobile number. All of you have my number, I know that. So you shared that payment screenshot on this number. So this is my number, and I am Shomitra, and I am going to actually be the trainer of the Sectoral Research Training Cum Internship process, and Saurabh is the coordinator. And yeah, so for anything related to training and all those stuff, please you guys reach out to me always, and I am always there in the WhatsApp group. So my number is also there. You just go and check the admin side of the WhatsApp group, so you will find my number as well, and our coordinator Saurabh's number as well. So, and yeah, so you can ping me whenever you want. If you guys are having any doubt, any questions, any difficulties of in understanding anything related to the training or internship, or you guys want to know anything, so as far as I know, as far as my knowledge goes, I will definitely be there to help you out. Okay, so you can ping me personally on WhatsApp anytime with any doubt that you guys are having. So I will try to solve those doubts as early as possible. And I have two requests. The number one is that I personally have shared one YouTube channel's link, that is Value First company's link. So you can see this is our company's logo, Value First. So you guys just go on YouTube and subscribe to this channel. Why I am saying this? Because there are many content available on that particular channel, and actually I'm going to I have uploaded this particular video also on this channel. So please subscribe to this channel, because you guys are going to get many content on this channel, and that is going to the part of the ट्रेनिंग कम इंटर्नशिप प्रोसेस. तो इंटर्नशिप में आप लोग इस चैनल की जो वीडियोस है उससे आप लोग बहुत कुछ सीखोगे. ठीक है, मतलब बहुत कुछ चीज़ें ऐसे हैं जो कि हम लोगों ने जानबूझ करके हम लोगों ने पब्लिक डोमेन में रखा है, इंटेंशनली हम लोगों ने रखा है कि भाई आप लोग तो सीख जाओगे, ठीक है, बढ़िया, बट जिन लोगों के पास कोई एक्सेस ही नहीं है तो वो लोग कहाँ से सीखे, राइट. सो फॉर दिस पर्पस वी हैव दिस चैनल, जहाँ पे हम लोग एकदम कोर इक्विटी रिसर्च से रिलेटेड बहुत कुछ आगे जाके हम लोग शेयर करने वाले हैं, एंड आप लोगों के ट्रेनिंग का बहुत मतलब कुछ रिलेटेड कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट कंटेंट भी इस चैनल पर अवेलेबल है. तो आप लोग प्लीज़ इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए. एंड द नंबर टू थिंग इज दैट, द सेकेंड थिंग इज दैट, प्लीज़ ऐड ऑन योर लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल दैट यू आर वर्किंग एज एन इक्विटी रिसर्च इंटर्न एट आवर कंपनी वैल्यू फर्स्ट. Okay, why I am saying this is because going forward in future ना, so when let's say if you have make one good quality equity research report, आपने एक बहुत अच्छा equity research report या कोई भी आपने बहुत अच्छा अपने काम किया है, and we are really impressed with your work and we want to share it online, we want to share it with public कि भाई देखिए ये हमारा इंटर्न है, ये इन्होंने इतना अच्छा काम किया है, बट उससे आपका फ़ायदा क्या होगा. हम लोग का फ़ायदा ये है कि भाई हम लोग दिखा पाएंगे कि देखो ये रिसर्च रिपोर्ट है, वो पढ़ के लोगों का फ़ायदा होगा. बट आपका फ़ायदा क्या है? आपका फ़ायदा ये है कि व्हेन यू गो फॉर एनी इंटरव्यू इन फ्यूचर, राइट, आगे जाके जब आप किसी इंटरव्यू में जाएंगे, सो देयर यू कैन एटलीस्ट से कि भाई देखिए मैंने ये रिपोर्ट बनाया था, एंड द कंपनी हैव शेयर्ड दैट माय रिपोर्ट ऑन लिंक्डइन, मतलब ऑन पब्लिक डोमेन दे हैव शेयर्ड माय रिपोर्ट, राइट. तो वो एटलीस्ट एक मतलब डेमोन्स्ट्रेटेबल आपके पास एक एविडेंस है कि भाई हाँ मैंने काम किया है, एंड काम अच्छा था इसलिए कंपनी ने इसको पब्लिकली शेयर किया है. सो आप एटलीस्ट बोल पाओगे कि भाई मतलब ये एम्प्लॉयर पूछते हैं कि भाई ठीक है आपने इंटर्नशिप तो किया बट सीखा है, आप लोग बोल रहे हो कि हाँ सीखा है ठीक है, बट डेमोन्स्ट्रेबल आपने काम किया है, क्या किया है. तो एटलीस्ट यू हैव समथिंग टू शो कि भाई देखिए आप अपने CV पर भी ये लिख सकते हो कि भाई देखिए मैंने ये काम किया है और इसका एविडेंस इज दिस. द कंपनी हैव शेयर्ड माई रिपोर्ट ऑन देयर ऑफिशियल लिंक्डइन चैनल, on their official LinkedIn page. So for that, please add that on your LinkedIn profile that you are working as an equity research intern in our company. And if you do not do it, the problem is that कि आपको वहाँ पे mention करने में, so we will be giving you credit on our LinkedIn page कि this report is prepared by let's say Anup Gupta, okay, कि this report is prepared by Shreya Jain. तो भाई आपका नाम वहाँ पे mention करने में हम लोग को easy होता है. And if you haven't added this on your LinkedIn profile, then आपको find out करने में and आपको mention करने में, आपको credit देने में थोड़ा सा difficulty होता है, इसीलिए ये कहा जा रहा है. Okay. So yeah, that was all in our first introductory session. I think I have covered almost everything, or probably everything. So yeah, if you guys are having any doubt after watching this video, please reach out to me personally on my WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is there, 9051672206. I am on group, and also you guys, every one of you have my personal number. तो जस्ट पिंग मी ऑन व्हाट्सएप इफ यू गाइज आर हैविंग एनी डाउट, एनी सिंगल डाउट, just reach out to me after watching this video. Okay, and one more thing about you guys offer letter. So yeah, for the offer letter thing, please you guys will be getting your offer letter within 2 to 3 days, I think, because too many candidates are there and our coordinator, he is working like crazily, he is super busy. So yeah, it may take us some time because we have almost like 56-57 candidates currently in this particular group. So मतलब उतने सारे आप समझ ही पा रहे हो कि ऑफर लेटर बना के भेजने में भी थोड़ा डिफिकल्टी होता है, बट या यू गाइस विल बी गेटिंग योर ऑफर लेटर वेरी सुन विद इन मैक्सिमम 2 to 3 or 4 days. सो डोंट वरी अबाउट इट, एंड पर्सनली आवर कोऑर्डिनेटर विल बी शेयरिंग द ऑफर लेटर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. तो आप लोग चिंता मत कीजिए. ओके, सो दैट वाज ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड. इफ यू गाइस हैव एनी डाउट आफ्टर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो और एनी क्वेश्चन, प्लीज रीच आउट टू मी. एंड वन थिंग सबके लिए, जो आई जस्ट सेड, खुद से पढ़ना चालू कीजिए. वेबसाइट पर जाइए, इंटरनेट पर जाइए, कुछ भी इंपॉर्टेंट आपको लगता है, कुछ भी इंटरेस्टिंग आपको लगता है रिगार्डिंग फाइनेंस, रिगार्डिंग शेयर मार्केट, रिगार्डिंग इक्विटी, जो भी आपको मिले, रिगार्डिंग इकोनॉमी, इवन पॉलिटिक्स. यस, द पॉलिटिक्स इज सुपर इंपॉर्टेंट. व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन दिस रशिया एंड यूक्रेन, प्योर पॉलिटिक्स चल रहा है भाई. तो ये सब भी आपको समझने होंगे, आपको कैप्चर करने होंगे. मतलब पॉलिटिकल इन्फ्लुएंस इज सो मच ऑन द शेयर मार्केट, यू कैनॉट बिलीव इट. ओके, तो मैं आई एम इन द मार्केट फॉर लास्ट 7 years, ठीक है, एंड फॉर्मल शेयर मार्केट में काम करने का, सीखने का, काम करने का एकदम एक्सपीरियंस है फॉर लास्ट 2 years, ठीक है. बट पिछले 7 सालों से मैं पॉलिटिक्स मैंने बहुत देखा है, मैंने बहुत क्लोजली आई हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड पॉलिटिक्स. ओके, सो या सब कुछ वैसा, कुछ भी इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज़ हो रिगार्डिंग द फाइनेंस, रिगार्डिंग द इक्विटी, just share it on WhatsApp on this knowledge value search group, and do all your discussions, all your debate discussions, everything in the March 21 group. Okay, so this was all from my side. I hope that in this video I was able to clarify all your doubts. So see you in our next session. And about the session that we had a discussion on Sunday's session in the afternoon. So this batch, this March 21 batch, so we are going to take the sessions on Saturday and on Sunday from morning 10 to 12. Okay, so this is going to be the schedule for our class. Our sessions will be on Saturday and Sunday morning 10 a.m. to 12. Okay, so this is going to be the time for our sessions, our live sessions, and recorded sessions will be there. So recorded sessions, so in this particular YouTube channel, you will see that we have many videos there. So I will tell all of you guys to go through those videos, but currently you guys don't have any need to go through those videos right now. So first, this is your first 1 week's task. Just go through these things, just make do your work on these things. After that, slowly I will guide you through each and everything. 100% hand holding we will be providing. ठीक है, एकदम हाथ पकड़ के आपको सिखाएंगे सब कुछ. और ये दिस इज द फर्स्ट सेशन, तो कुछ चिंता मत कीजिए, एकदम पकड़ के सिखाएंगे, एकदम हाथ पकड़ के बच्चों के जैसा आपको सिखाएंगे. छोटे से बच्चों को जैसे ABCD लिखना सिखाया जाता है, वैसा हम लोग ABCD की तरह हम लोग आपको ये इक्विटी रिसर्च का काम सिखाएंगे. एकदम चिंता मत कीजिए, ठीक है. चलिए, ऑल द बेस्ट, नमस्कार.